All right, all right, all right. Welcome to the Team Cup version of Invigoration Nation training, coach training on Wednesday. So this Wednesday is at 5:30 Pacific Standard Time, but normally it'll be at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Today I just wanted to walk through 4 basic steps, and then for those that hop on the call, I'll be available to answer some questions. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen for some of these things just so you can follow along. First of all, I just want to kind of explain the cup a little bit, just so you kind of know what's happening. This is just a great push for us as coaches, whether you are just a startup coach or you're a freaking superstar diamond coach. It doesn't matter. It's an awesome time to get together and to help us support each other, just to start to take the reins. You are the CEO of your own business. You cannot wait for someone else to do it for you. You've got to just start. And it starts by sharing your story and inviting people to it. Okay, so first of all, understanding the cup. Y'all should have gotten an email from Team Beachbody Cup that that gave you some links. So I'm going to show you that right now. Let me share my screen so you can see that, and we'll go through that together. All right, so sharing my screen, and hopefully you can see this. All right, so in your email, it should have looked a little bit like this. Welcome, thanks for registering. You're a part of this Team Believe, or whatever coach team or whatever Team Cup team you're a part of. And within that, you've got a couple, sorry, my voice is kind of going. You've got a couple of links. One second. By the way, got this from an awesome coach at the summit in the core. Woohoo! Anyway, so some things to look at, all right? When you have a couple minutes each day, just kind of go through. You guys probably would not have gotten the captain's guide, but if you did, please look through that. It's awesome because I want you to take leadership the next time. It's a great round of learning this cup, but they come back around, and then it's time for you to take the reins and maybe lead your own team. It doesn't mean you have to have coaches under you. It just means you take the reins and start to lead. It's a chance to do this with the people who support you. All right, so within your email, you would have gotten the Team Cup Captain's Guide. So that will look like this. So I'm going to be reading through this myself so I know how to help you better, okay? And you also will have gotten a link to the Team Cup Handbook, all right? I'll get to that in 1 second. The last link is to the Facebook group Beachbody Champions. I would love for you guys to make sure that this is saved as a favorites to your Facebook. So I already have it saved to favorites, but if you go here, and you just go down here, it'll say save to favorites, and then it'll be over here in your favorites, okay? So you can go check that out every day. I'm going to post some of these videos in our Team Invigorate page for us to use as personal development each day, okay? So some of our top coaches are giving like exactly what they do to become a top coach. They speak on live video in this group. Like this guy here speaks for 30 minutes about what he does to be a top coach. There is another one down here. So you just scroll down, and I want you to take personal development each day to listen to these videos. Take a little bit of time to listen to these videos. Use this group, okay, for ideas, just to learn and to gain knowledge. I don't know it all, and we have to learn together. You can't just reach out to your upline all the time. You've got to take the reins, okay? It's a combination of everything. You taking the reins and just doing it and learning from these upline coaches, okay? So then this last thing I want to show you in your email that you should have gotten, again, from Team Beachbody Cup, TBBcup at beachbody.com, is your Team Beachbody Handbook, okay? So that looks like this, and there's some fantastic information here for you to just know. So I'm going to go through a couple of the highlights here real quick, okay? So it's a spirited, what is the Beachbody Cup, okay? It's a spirited 1-month competition where coaches have the chance to work together, which is what we're doing here in Team Believe, and learn the principles of the 4 vital behaviors, which I'll review, and earn tons of amazing rewards. So the biggest reward is helping other people. That has to always be number one, is that you feel that true reward of the benefits of helping other people and helping yourself through helping other people, okay? So that has to be number one, but there's also some cool prizes too, which I'll show you. It's a great way for coaches to be recognized for building consistency in their business. So the consistency comes from every day going through these 4 vital behaviors, whether you have 5 minutes or an hour to spend on this business. Now, if you're part of this Team Cup, it said, hey, I really want to focus on this a little bit. Let me carve out some time. You've got to carve out that time. It needs to be consistent. So whatever it is, maybe you wake up an hour earlier. Maybe you spend your lunch break on this right now for this month, all right? And try to create that consistency and that momentum, okay? So that's kind of what the Beachbody Cup is. It's coming together as this team to create the consistency, to get together and create some goals and tackle them together. Okay, we've assembled our team already. How do you gain points? Well, the focus is on how do we grow as a coach in the business. Our CEO and Beachbody company gives us that push every month by trying to hit what's called Success Club 5 and Success Club 10. Okay, you earn points towards that Success Club by someone you're helping, a new person, get started with their fitness journey by ordering a challenge pack or Shakeology. So if someone gets started new, a new customer gets started with you as their coach, with a challenge pack. So that means a program and Shakeology together, and they order it together. It's called a challenge pack. That'll give you 2 points. If they order Shakeology, that'll give you 1 point. Okay, so our goal, I think, as Team Believe, should be to help 3 new people this first half of the month. So in the next 2 weeks, we're reaching out to people and seeing if they want to be part of our focus group. Okay, so let me just check to see if, hold on one second. All right, so 3 new people is our goal this month, or these next 2 weeks. Get someone new started on their fitness journey. Reach out and see if someone needs help, see what they need help with, see if this is something that could help them. And that comes from asking questions. It comes from forming a relationship with them. And if you can't help them, it doesn't mean not never. It just means not now, okay? And you keep asking. That's kind of how you earn points. You get someone started new on their journey with a challenge pack or Shakeology. And their prizes, we can worry about that later, but there's a hat, there's a skateboard, there's a country heat apparel, fun stuff that you can earn. Biggest prize, if you are the top team, you get a trip to Los Angeles in California to meet the CEO of this business, Carl Deichler, and in Santa Monica at the headquarters, which is really cool. You get to do a personal workout with one of the celebrity trainers. So that's pretty awesome. So, but our first goal is to, if each of us help 3 new people this month, we'll reach Success Club 5 each. So the 5 of us reach Success Club 5, and that's 30 points, which is what we need here to reach Tier 1. All right, and let's just go for that right now. Let's go for Tier 1 in the first 2 weeks together, and then we'll go from there, okay? So go through this, read through this. The last thing I want to do with this email here is I want to just play this video for us to watch real quick, to give us, it's a 2-minute video, just to give us a better idea of one of the captains of a winning team and what they have, information they have for us on how to kind of goal set and go for it.
Hi, my name is Amelia Takeda, and I was team captain of a 2-time winning cup team, the Gretzky's. Now, it took a lot for us to win our first team cup in October of 2013, and even more to win it again in February of this year. So I want to share with you what I learned during the Team Cup Challenge and give you 7 tips that can help increase your success and hopefully get your name on a leaderboard and even win the cup. The first tip is to get commitment. This means before the cup challenge begins, set expectations and have agreement from all of your team members. You must first make sure you have a strong why and clear, well-defined goals. Come up with a plan and stick to it for the whole month. We got our families involved and especially made sure our spouses were on board and understood what it meant for us to win the cup a second time. The second tip is to work with a contact list. If you've been consistent with talking to new people every day and building strong relationships, you should have a big list of names of people to invite to your next challenge group. Go back to all the no, not nows you have in the past. and either follow up or invite them directly depending on the previous conversations you had and what kind of relationships you built. We also really focused on the arrival of the new program, 21 Day Fix. Since our team had the unique opportunity to meet with Autumn Calabrese after winning the cup in October, I came up with an invitation template in which I attached a few pictures of our team working out with her at the Beachbody headquarters, and then sent out the invitation to everyone who ever told me about his or her health and fitness goals. The third tip is to invite. It's a numbers game, so you want to invite as many people as possible to join your next challenge group. Be original, be excited, and make sure to personalize each invitation. To make the message more personal, I would ask, for example, how's the baby doing? Are you getting great results at the gym? Do you have better control on your cravings? Etc. If you usually invite 2 people a day, shoot for 10 people a day during the month of the cup. Your technique matters, but what matters most is the number of people you invite. The fourth tip is to treat each week like it's the last. The past cup, we started out very strong. We wanted to start by setting this team goal and then dividing it into individual goals. On the day that 21 Day Fix came out, our goal was to hit 100 Success Club points as a team on that day. That meant 20 Success Club points each, which represents 10 challenge packs for each team member. After spending the day on Facebook answering messages, inviting, following up with everyone on our list, we reached our team goal and finished the day with 101 Success Club points. The fifth tip is about team communication and accountability. These components are key throughout each and every day of the Team Cup Challenge. My team connected in our Facebook group all day, sharing every activity, every tip, and every idea. Every morning on our Facebook group, we would post a motivational picture under which we would add our number of Success Club points today. At night, we would write our team total and then set up a new team goal for the following day. Our team also used the app Voxer, which is like a walkie-talkie on your phone. It allows you to record voice messages and send them out to a distribution list. Sure, there are many ways to communicate efficiently, but what matters most is that you find ways that allow you to stay connected every single day. The sixth tip is to be creative. This means that you and your team should come up with creative and interesting ways for people to join your challenge groups. For instance, we decided to host a special VIP challenge group with the 5 of us together. Some of us made a video to advertise this VIP challenge group on Facebook, and we asked for referrals in our actual challenge groups. And lastly, the 7th tip is about visualization and positive thinking. We decided early on that this was our cup. Even before the month was over, we were already talking about our trip to LA and how we couldn't wait to see each other. We even made a collage of our team members and wrote on it that we were the Team Cup winners for the month of February. It became the cover picture in our Facebook group. I know positive thinking sounds obvious, but having those visuals around you that focus your thinking on the ultimate goal made a huge difference. So those are my 7 tips for Team Cup success. But I should also add that having a no excuses attitude is very powerful. One win, you can't have any excuses. We all had the same goal in mind, and we all pushed each other beyond our limits. Now the Gretzkys have formed their own individual teams. I wish them and everybody else great success for the next Team Cup.
All right, so, hey. Welcome, you guys. So I was just sharing in your email that you would have gotten from the Team Beachbody Cup, officially for your cup team, there's a link for your handbook. And at the bottom of that link was that video that we just watched. So if you wanted to go back and re-watch that, and it'll also be on this recording that I'm doing now. So, but it was just about one of the top teams, the top team, the Gretzkys, one of their coaches talking about some of their kind of motivation for their teams and how they got to be the top. So 10 challenge packs for each person for the month was crazy. So we're going to break it down, at least for Team Believe, and thank you guys for hopping on this month, for tracking of our people. Back to the basics, pen and paper, how I started before we got into Streak and all that stuff. I'm going to be having us go back to pen and paper because we're starting from the basics and just working with 3 seeds a day, reaching out to at least 3 people a day to help them to just start forming that relationship. How's life? How's the baby? How are the kids? How's the job? And start to figure out if there's a way you can help them. Because maybe there's not, but you need to be starting those relationships first. We're going to start with the warm way of kind of reaching out to people, and then the cold script we'll start to learn next week. So you have both to work with. And you kind of got to figure out what is best for you, because you know you're going to start connecting with other coaches that are kind of work in a way that you can relate to. What I do might not work with what you're doing, what you're trying to do, okay? Or how you need to be reaching out to people. We all come from different, nice. We all come from different walks of life, different ways of how we act. We have all different personality types. So how we actually coach when it gets down to nitty gritty, how we reach out and invite is gonna always be just a little bit different, all right? We gotta take what we can from the coaches who it's working for and then make it our own. A lot of times it's not just a copy and paste. You got to kind of make it your own a little bit. So when I was talking about the 3 seeds, let me show you that real quick here. This we kind of used in our Defined Insiders. It was called Fit Phenomenon back in the day. Defined Insiders group earlier last year, as you can see, 2015. But I'm going to go back to this. So I'm going to post this in Invigoration Nation. And this is what I'm going to be using this month. I'm going to actually write in the 3 people that I reached out to that day. And I then have their names down. And I can start to either highlight maybe in different colors if they've, suggested interest in, write down beside their name, maybe what they like in a program or group fitness, or just a little bit about them, so I can then go back and continue my conversation with them, and then highlight in like green when they say yes. And then I know the next step is to say, okay, awesome. The next step is to follow this direct link I'm going to give you, and it'll lead you right to the challenge pack. It'll be so simple. All you have to do is fill out your information, create your account, and boom, there you go. You'll have exactly what you need for our next focus group. You'll have your program and your Shakeology and the cups, and you'll have me as your personal sponsor coach and the accountability of a group. You'll have all of that just by following this link. So that will be the next step then after they said, I'm ready to get started. You send them that direct link, okay? So that's your power of the seeds. I have 2 events created already for the Team Believe group, but if you don't have that for your group and you want to have something to invite people to, I had 2 events, all right? One's going to start, Prep Week starts on August 8th, which is Monday. So I'm going to be pushing the rest of this week through Monday, and the rest of next week, they'll have that week to get in the group. During the Prep Week, they can still be in that group, and then we'll start that following Monday, all right? So, but I want to get my goal, and I'm going to push this for Team Believe, is to get 3 new people in that first group in Prep Week next week. I want to get 3 new people in that group. So if that's per person, that means already we're going to each have 3 new people, and we're going to each have, our Success Club 6 and be at that 30-point goal. If we can do that, okay? That's the goal. And then we can do that again for the next event, which is August 29th. So that deadline, they'll get in for the Prep Week, and they'll be set up with another 3 new people, which would give you more points for this Team Cup, okay? But of course, we're not thinking about it as points, right? Thinking about is 3 lives that we're changing, right? So those are 2 events, the 2 things that you can use to invite people to. I've got 7 minutes, and I move fast through these last couple of points here. In order to really start to create momentum and consistency, and you'll read about this in that handbook, is to focus on first your 4 vital behaviors, okay? And before I kind of took my little hiatus the last couple of months, we were talking about this a lot, and I was using it as a reminder on how we ended our calls, to go back to that, go back to those 4 vital behaviors. 1 second. Someone chat me. Really wish I could hear you. Oh, wish I could hear you too. So again, let me share my screen real quick here and just go over those 4 vitals. Mine are a little bit adapted to me and what I like to focus on. So, and in a different order than other coaches might share it. So versus my personal development, I like to brain dump, get everything written down in a notebook of things that I might be thinking about at the moment so I can focus on what I need to. And that's personal development. Then I'll either read or listen to team calls and trainings, or maybe that's a team call time that I can hop on, and that'll be my personal development for the day. All right. You better recognize someone in your challenge group or your coaches or just someone that you've been helping or a friend or a family member. Just start to practice recognizing somebody either in a group or publicly or both. Okay. Then you got to do it. You got to actually do the workout. You got to drink your Shakeology. You got to use those prep cups, which I need to get back into, and you got to talk about it. Right. So sharing your story. If you were at Summit, they talked about the secret ingredient is your own story. You got to have a story to share, where you came from, where you're at now, where you like to go. And that's what people are going to connect to is your story, not country heat, not quarter force. It's going to be your story and how you got there, you know? So starting to share that story is what's going to have people intrigued and asking you, how the freak did you do that, Evelyn? How are you doing that, Evelyn? Well, let me tell you, you know, it's been a long road, but now I'm really starting to get it, and I'm starting to see some change, okay? And then invite to it. So that's what I was talking about. You're going to have the warm invites and starting to reach out with your 3 seeds a day to start and form those relationships. And then I'll start to go over the cold invite system too. But you have these 2 events that you can invite people to if they're like, yeah, I'm ready to go. How do I get started? Well, we've got a first accountability group starting next week. You want it ready to get started now? I'll send you a link and we can get started, okay? You can copy that word for word, say those exact words, see how it works for you, make it your own, all right? And then the last thing is there were a couple questions that some coaches had just this week. One of the coaches in Team Believe was asking about sharing something that I posted versus posting it themselves. So just from research that other coaches have done and other, social media experts have done, it's better if it comes from you. So if you like something that you've seen, like I have like a group on Facebook that I keep in my favorites, and I just call it mentors, because it's people that I look up to, like Shalene and the Daily Morning guy, and just other coaches, or not even related to Beachbody, people that I consider mentors to me. I follow their journey and I love what they post. I like their picture, so I'll copy the picture and then I'll save it to my desktop or save it to my phone, and I'll post it on my own page, coming from me, not coming from them, because then your people are going to start to follow them instead of following you. And you want them to follow you and follow your story and follow the motivation that you're giving them. So unless sometimes, there is the system of attraction, or whatever you want to call it, where attracting people to your like page by posting a video that got like 1 million plus likes on it. There is a theory behind that is going to get people to at least get to your page, because this video has already gotten 1 million likes on it. So stuff like that, okay. But when you're posting like our team picture, like Team Believe, I said, don't share my posts. Copy the picture, post it on your page with your message coming from you, okay? So always want to share, or always want to copy or save the photo and repost coming from you, not sharing someone else's material. That's going to help people follow you on your journey, okay? The other question that someone had was, Evelyn, this was from you. I kind of went through this already. After someone is interested and they're ready to get started, kind of how do you word the next part? How do you say, okay, buy my challenge pack? Well, you don't say just buy my challenge pack, but you could, and it might totally be like, okay, I'll do it. But, we talked about asking questions until their next question is, how do I get started? And then, like they're already interested, they're ready, they're invested, they're ready for the investment, right? Or they're not, maybe they're not right now, but now they know what you're about and how you got to where you are, and you've asked them, if you dug deeper into what their goals are and what they want to do and what they like, what kind of group fitness they like or what they like to do. And then, so if they're like, how do I get started? and I went through this already, but you know, I'll send you a direct link to what you need for our next group where we can hold you accountable to what has helped me. And it could be, you know, 21 Day Fix or Country Heat in conjunction with, in addition to the Shakeology at the same time, and those portion containers, all that together with you as a coach and with the accountability and success partner is what is going to not give you the perfect journey, but give you progress to where you want to go, right? And make it fun, right? And keep you with it. So I'll do this in another call just because I want us to hop over to the post-summit momentum live, whatever, right now, live Facebook feed right now. But I want to do a little video on how to get those direct links real fast with 2 different apps, 2 different choices to do it. Okay, I'll do a little thing after that, and then I'll post it to the group, okay? But it's super easy. Once you create your account for this direct link app, then all you have to do is go search for whatever challenge pack that you decided was going to be a perfect fit for them. You copy it, and then you paste it into your conversation with them. And it'll set them up so that they go through you, because it'll have your coach ID at the end, right? So it'll be like Country Heat Challenge Pack, blah, 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 blah. It'll have all the stuff, HTTP, whatever, slashes, and at the very end, it'll already have your coach ID, so you copy and you paste it, and then it takes them right to, if they've never had an account with you, it'll still have them have to create an account, but make sure they see, I always say it should have my name there if they're brand new. It should have my name there as your personally sponsored coach. If it doesn't, get back to me. Yeah. So I'll do another video on that so that you have a better idea and I could show you with my phone, okay? All right, guys, so I'm going to post a link to the other thing. If you know where to go there now. And then I'll post the recording of this later in the group. Thank you for hopping on. Have a great day. Thanks for being here. Bye, guys. Boop. Whoop, whoop.